Here comes the famous gate that you have to go through on the Trans-Catalina Trail. I think this is what keeps the buffalo from coming past this point. Let me give you a summary of what happened on the first day. Got off the ferry around like 10:15, and then dilly-dally for a little bit, and then start walking towards the trail around 10:30. And the goal is 11 miles to Blackjack Campground. So the first part is straight up to Hermit Gulch Lookout. I got there around 11 o'clock. No, around like 10, no, around 12 o'clock. Yeah, around 12 o'clock, which is roughly like 3 miles in. And then now I'm made it here to Hay Press Reservoir, where I do my water refill, and that's another 2 miles from the lookout. So far, I'm about 6 miles in, and then have 5 miles to go to Blackjack Campground. It's 1 o'clock now. I should be able to make there no problem. Knock on wood. Because it's pretty much flat with a couple ups and downs. I'm sitting here and there's car driving by here all the time. Here's one right now. So if I ever get in trouble, I just sit here and there'll be a car coming by to rescue me. And then that's a really nice bathroom behind me right there. And it doesn't stink at all. And it has Purell inside. All right, 5 miles to Blackjack today. I should be there around 4 o'clock. Yeah, I should be there around there 4 o'clock. All right, this is my view of my umbrella because it's sunny outside. But I just want to show you the trail. The trail to the left and the road to the right. So a lot of times this CTC parallels the trail and the road parallel. So if you need to get rescue, you just go over there, wait, and I'm pretty sure a car will come by and help you out. This trail goes down here. You can't see it, but at the end of this trail here, this is where Uncle Larry and I quit the first time, because the trail goes up that way. That's Blackjack Mountain, and there's trees right there. That's where a campsite is. So we almost made it, but the sun set already. So we walked up this road here, and then we got rescued right about there, because we were going to plan to camp at that little hut right there, or that flat area right there, which we didn't see going up, but we saw that hut, and that's where we're going to stop and camp until we flagged down a truck, and then he took us forward around the back and all the way around that mountain to the campsite, which is in those trees right there. All right, so that's where I'm heading today. Got about 3 miles, more than 3 miles there, and here we go. Made it to Blackjack Campground a while ago, around a little before 4 o'clock, and I took a nap, and now I'm eating my pastrami sandwich from the hat. Getting up here was pretty tough. There were 2 ups and downs prior to this campground, and that was much harder than the 1,200 feet climb initially, but I made it. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. Start of my day 2 hike. Actually, I've been half a mile into it. My destination is right there. That's car, airport in the sky. I need to climb down, and I think there's a trail that goes up that way and then across up that way. It's 2 hours away, 2 miles away from camp. All right, made to the airport in the sky. It says here, hikers welcome. There's a lot of things you can do here. I'm here to eat breakfast and buy a lunch to go. Also charge my phone, and then if you ever get stuck here, you can also get a shuttle from here all the way back to Avalon. So that's it. I'm gonna have my breakfast now. Peace out. Look at that beautiful view right there. That's the west end of Catalina Islands. I'm heading that way after breakfast. All right, bye. All right, guys, up close and personal with the buffalo. I heard right there. Well, he's looking at me. Whoa, this guy's looking at me right here. I'm not doing anything, buddy. This is how close I am to them. I'm gonna reverse the camera. There they are. They're about maybe 25 yards from me. They're huge. Okay, this one is kind of close to the road here. I'm just gonna try to quietly walk past him. If he charges, hey buddy. Oh my God, that's so close. He's so close. Thanks for not charging, buddy. Bye. All right, so far, this trail has been absolutely fantastic. I'm getting like 360-degree view along this entire crest line. Can't wait to see what this view is at the very top right there. The harbor is down below there. Right there is where I'm doing, along that ridge there is what I'm doing today after I do a pit stop at Little Harbor down below. But let's go to the very top here. Let's go this way. Oh yes. What a spectacular view. There's my trail, just straight down to the harbor there. And I'll be hiking up that ridge line right there. And this is where I came from. This is a great trail. That's the north side of the island. I'll be up at the highest peak tomorrow. This below there, right there, is Little Harbor, which is my first stop of the day. It's just straight downhill to there. This is the south side of the island. That's where I just came from. And then this over here is the east side. And you could probably see Long Beach and San Pedro in the distance there. Fantastic 360-degree view. All right, bye guys. I made it to mile 19, which means I'm half done There's the marker right there. All right, halfway there. All right, look at the scene. On my way to Harbor, and there's my trail right there, just along the ridge there. Looks a little dangerous. And at the very top, right middle screen, is a little gazebo. That's where I'm going to stop, take a break. Look at the ridiculousness of this trail. It's just straight up. You can't even see how far it goes to the top. But the goal is to get to that gazebo right there. And that's where we're going to stop and take a long break. But it's going to be really hard. But I will do it. All right, made to the gazebo. This is the top of day 2. And that's the view right there. That is fantastic. I gotta take a picture. All right, guys, this is the morning of day 3. I'm gonna give you a rundown of what happened yesterday and what's gonna happen for the rest of the trip. Yesterday was fantastic and also very tough. 13 miles, broke into 3 pieces. First leg was 2 miles to the airport where I got breakfast and lunch to go, and then 6 miles downhill, and then 5 miles up and down. And at the top of that last leg of yesterday was the highlight of the trip. It was probably the best view of the entire trip. And I got here to Harbor, a campground, which is also fantastic. Yesterday was awesome. The weather was perfect. Hardly any bugs. Sound of the waves at night. You could probably see Long Beach from afar. Today I'm going to do the easy 7 miles to Parsons Landing. And then tomorrow I'll decide to take the easy way back or do the 7-mile tough climb up and over the mountain to back home. The reason why I'm doing the easy one first is because if I decide to take the hard way back, my pack will be the lightest ever. I'll dump my fuel. I'll have no food to carry back. I'm pretty intimidated by that climb. All right, that's it. Going into town to charge my phone, eat lunch, and then head out. Eat fish and chips. All right, peace out. Bye. They're prepping for a Buccaneer weekend. This weekend coming up over here. So check out all the decorations. You can charge your phone at these outlets over here. It's an outlet there. I'm sitting by an outlet right there. Made it to my campsite. I have extra firewood here. I think I'm gonna take my campsite here. It's gonna sound really good tonight. I'm about to go in the water and dip my toes. Cool down my ankle. Oh, that feels good. My knees and my feet need to chillin'. Okay, usually people leave stuff in the bin. It's fox bin, not a bear bin. Let's see what this have in here. Oh, look at that. Got water and some butane for a stove. Yay. Sweet. It looks like I'm alone, but turn this way. There is a party with a whole bunch of stuff here. I don't know how they got this stuff here. Okay, let me show you around my campsite. Initially, I thought I was with a tent in here, but the ring is still too low and it's in the wind. So I decided to move it over here because there's that log and that wall of rocks there. Prevents the wind from blowing in my tent. I also pitched the tent really low so it doesn't blow over. Here's my campfire fire pit. I made that. It was full of sand, so I dug it out, put rocks around it. There's some leftover wood that I'm going to use. Also made myself a chair there. Chill back, and this is on the east side, so I might get a look at the sunset. And my tent faces the water, so let's open the tent, and then this will be my view of the tent. A couple of days ago, I was hiking back from the other side of the island, looking at the trail that I'm staying on here, and was demoralizing because it looked really hard straight up. And honestly, there was a 90% chance that I wasn't gonna take this hard route, and I'll take the easy, flat route on the other side of the island. But after talking to a lot of people and thought about it, I was actually excited to conquer this trail last night and this morning. There was a little bit of hiccup this morning though. I took the wrong turn at the start of this morning and did about 2 miles off the trail. 2 miles off and back, so that's like 4 miles wasted. About an hour and 45 minutes this morning. But I think I can still make the 145 ferry if I book it downhill. Not have to book it, just do my regular pace. I should be able to make the ferry. So it's so rewarding to know that I came from that little peak right there. That's Blackjack Campground a couple days ago, and now I'm here on this trail. I just passed the highest point of today, which is the toughest part of all of TCT. So I got about 3 miles or 3.5 miles to go down, all downhill, and I would have complete the entire TCT. It's been the most rewarding the most physically challenging, the most mentally challenging things that I've ever done. And I'm so glad I did it. This is maybe my last video of this trip here. I'm at the very top, showing you now 360-degree views of the island. That's the finish line that way. That's the eastern side of the island. That's where I just came from. This is the western side of the island. That's south. And that little peak right there, that's Blackjack Mountain. That's where I camped a couple days ago. I finished.